And there might just be me tonight. Jonah might join us, but I think he's busy at work. And I think I can do most of the poses that we're going to do today with my legs.
Cool. Cool.
But it might just be sticking out. I can't fully bend it yet.
That's amazing, Magella. I had completely forgotten about your leg. So it's good to hear it's doing well.
Yeah, it's just bending it on the side.
Yeah.
It's that MCL. I've been working it hard, but you've got to be patient as well, I think.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to mute you all because we're going to start, but you're free to unmute yourself at any time if you've got any questions. All right, so let's just come to a seated position. And you can sit on a cushion or a blanket. And just have your palms facing up on your knees, and you can bring the index finger to the tip of the thumbs. And just do a few breaths there, and you're welcome to exhale through the mouth. So yin yoga is about letting go, releasing tension. It's about taking time to be reflective and inward and connecting with our body. With our breath, we try to come out of the head and deepen the connection with the body. And if you can do some yogic breaths, do a few of those. So yogic breaths, you breathe in, fill up the stomach, fill up the diaphragm, fill up the lungs, and when you think the lungs are full, have another inhale breath and really fill the lungs to the top of the chest. And then reverse on the exhale. Release the breath from the top of the lungs, the mid-lungs, the lower lungs, the diaphragm and the stomach. I'll have 2 more breaths. So if your eyes are closed, you can softly open them. So tonight's class is about, we're focusing on the spleen and the stomach. So just remind us where the stomach is. So the stomach's up on the upper left quadrant of our stomach. Sort of tucked in under the ribs there. And then the spleen is about the size of our fist, and it's on the left side of the stomach. So a little bit more round to the left and up under the rib cage. When I say it's the size of your fist, except if it's enlarged. Okay, so that's where our stomach is. And we're looking at in yin yoga, we always connect a yang organ, which is the stomach, with a yin organ, which is the spleen. So we're going to follow the meridian lines of the stomach and the spleen. So just extend your legs long, and you can track with your fingers with me. So we'll start with the spleen. So the spleen meridian goes up both our legs. It starts on the inside of the big toes. So you can just take your fingers to your big toes and run them down the inside of the big toe, the inside of the foot, the inside of the ankles. And it comes up the inner of the shin or the calf muscles. And around the knee, it starts to come to the top or the front of the legs. So at the knee, it runs across the front of the legs. It comes into the groin. It travels up the body, through the stomach, through the spleen. One part branches to the heart. The other part comes up through the underarms, up the neck, and ends at the base of the spine. Sorry, the base of the tongue. That's the spleen meridian line. And then we've got the stomach meridian, so it goes in the opposite direction. So it starts under the eyes. It travels down the cheek, around the nose, and one branches up to the forehead and to the crown. The other branches down through the neck, comes down the body, through the heart, into the stomach and spleen, through the front of the body, down the groin, through the front of the legs, through the front of the thighs, over the knees, down the front of the shin bones, and ends at the second toe. So we're going to do poses that activate the front of the legs, the inside of the legs. I'm going to do some twisting poses that are going to massage the organs, the stomach organs. Some forward bends to compress and contract the meridian lines and also the organs there. So we're going to start with Paschimottanasana, forward bend. So if you want to sit on a cushion or a blanket, do so. And just root your buttocks down. Extend your legs long. Take the arms out to the side. Inhale the arms up. Bring the palms facing me. Hinge forward from the hips. And just extend forward to your first point of stretch. And once you find that first stretch point, just find your stillness and focus on your breathing. Focus on your inhale and your exhale. Your inhale and your exhale. And don't be too fussed about the feet, whether they're extended forward or dorsiflexed, with the toes pointing back towards the knees. Feeling the feeling within our abdomen area. Try to keep your focus on your breath. And as you hold the pose, your body might yield a little bit. So feel free to hinge a little further forward. And then find your stillness for at least 4 or 5 breaths. So we're doing yin yoga. It's nourishing and restorative. It's nourishing of our body in very deep ways and deep levels. It's also very passive. So the beauty of it is holding the pose where you do nothing. Just be, just breathe, and let the pose do the work. And feel free to hinge a little further forward as your body opens a little bit. I'm going to hold it for 3 more minutes, 3 more seconds, sorry, 3 more breaths. Because we're going to come back into it in a different variation. Slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Release your hands, release your head. We're going to slowly float the arms up towards the ceiling. As you inhale, move slowly. Allow the back shoulder blades to roll down the back body. Bring your palms together. And on the exhale breath, bring the hands to the heart. Have a breath or two there as you deepen the connection with your heart energy. And then release the hands to the floor and bend up both knees so the feet are close to the buttocks. And we're going to release our left leg and take the left ankle across the right knee. And take the hands to the floor around the hips. And just bring the thighs and the body in as close as you can to get that first point of stretch and hold. So you're going to be working through the inner of the left leg. Maybe also on the top of the thigh there. And also around the groin where both the meridian lines enter the body. And slowly keep your awareness on your breath. Try and be as still as you can. So both the organs, the spleen and the stomach, are to do with digestion, assimilation, taking up the nutrients from the food that we eat. So the poses tonight are going to strengthen the stomach and the spleen and may also help in relieving any issues that you have around digestion or bloating. I'm going to hold this for 3 more breaths. We're slowly going to come out of the pose, so release the left leg across that right knee. Extend both legs forward. You can roll out the shoulders, wriggle out the feet. And then we're going to come back forward into a forward bend. But this time, grab a bolster or a pillow. We're going to bend forward over the bolster or the pillow. So bring it right in, close to that, to the top of the hips there. Sit tall, take the arms out to the side. As you inhale, float the arms up. Bring your palms towards me. On the exhale, hinge the body forward over the legs. Tucking the bolster or the pillow right in. And surrender the body over that soft prop. And just come to your first point of stretch. Hold and breathe, focus on the breath. So these 2 organs, the stomach and the spleen, being the primary digestive organs, are the organs most affected by our diet. So for healthy functioning, we know we should be eating healthy. But their organs as well that we hold our emotions. Our emotions can upset and disturb the functioning of the organs. And in Chinese medicine, they talk about the spleen. The quality of the spleen reflects the quality of our thoughts. Once again, if your body's yielding, you're welcome to hinge a little further forward. And just scan the back body and see if you can relax it a little more and allow it just to surrender into that soft prop and let go. We'll have 3 more breaths here. So slowly prepare to come out of the pose, release your hands. Activate the core. Inhale the arms up to the ceiling, nice and slow. Relax the back body, bring the palms together. Exhale the hands to the heart. Remove the pillow or the bolster out to the side. Give your legs a bit of a shake. Shake out the shoulders. And then let's go to the other side. So this time, we're going to bend up our left knee. Release our right foot. Take the right ankle across the left knee. Just walk the foot in as close as you can. Walk the body in as close as you can towards the thighs. Until you get that first stretch point. And just be still there. Try to relax the shoulders. And have you focus on the breath. One of the functions of the spleen is to take usable nutrients from the food that we eat, convert it into blood, and in Chinese medicine they say qi, energy, and send it to the other organs. The spleen's critical to the health of the other organs, although I understand you can live without the spleen. If you've got a bit more opening, you can welcome to walk the left foot in towards your buttocks a bit more. Bring the body in towards the right leg, the raised leg. So through yin yoga, through the poses, try to clean and cleanse the energy lines, the meridian lines, to keep the energy flowing. We'll have 3 more breaths here. And then slowly prepare to come out of the pose, release that raised leg, extend both legs long. Give the legs a little shake, roll out the shoulders. And then we're going into another version of forward bend, Paschimottanasana or caterpillar pose in yin yoga. So we're going to take some props under the ankles. So if you've got towels, roll up your towels, place the rolled up towels under the ankles. Or if you've got blocks, yoga blocks, place them under the ankles. If you want to raise your ankles a little higher, you can put 2 towels on top of each other. Place the ankles under there. You're sitting on a blanket or a cushion, you can do so. And once again, we're going to hinge forward. You can have your other prop. The option is yours to have the bolster or the pillow tucked into the groin there, or you may choose to do without it. So we're raising the legs. So you're going to get a more stretch on the legs, on the hamstrings and the quadriceps, the top of the legs here. So let's prepare to go into the pose. Relax the shoulder blades. Take the arms out to the side, back of the fingers on the earth. On your inhale breath, float the arms up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Bring your palms forward. And on the exhale breath, hinge forward from the hips. Grab the bolster or the pillow if you feel that you need it. And come to your first point of stretch, which might be where you left off previously. And the head can be hanging down, can be looking forward. And connect with your breath. And while you're in the pose, scan the body. And just see if you can soften parts of the body. You might be able to soften around the ankles and the feet and the toes. Try to soften the knees a little bit. Soften the back body. You might have tightened around the shoulders. Soften there. Check in with the neck, see if you can make that a little softer. We're going to hold the pose for about another 10 breaths. Just check the body that you haven't retightened around the ankles, the feet, the knees. Try to relax around the hamstrings, the back body. So it's through the compression that we're getting by placing the front body down on our thighs or on our bolster that we're massaging the organs. Last few breaths, just checking with the face. If you can relax that a little more around the eyes, the nose, the ears. And then let's slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Release the hands. Prepare to float the arms up to the ceiling. So activate the core. Slowly float the arms up. Send your gaze up to your hands. Bring the palms together. And exhale the hands back to the heart. Relax the shoulders. Release the hands to the floor. Move the towels or the blocks out of the way. Give your legs a little shake. So the next pose that we're going to move into is called pontoon pose. So it's like half happy baby, but we're going to have a prop under our buttocks. You might choose one blanket or you might choose two blankets, depending on how flexible your back is. So it's going to open and stretch the front body. So we're going to take our bolster or our pillow across the mat. Slowly lay the back body down. Have the shoulders on the mat. See if you're comfortable there. You might want to raise your prop up by a pillow. And once you're there, we're going to bend up the right knee like happy baby, but we're not worried about the foot going to the ceiling. Wrap both hands around that right knee and draw the right knee in towards the right chest. And extend your left leg long. And relax while you're in the pose. Breathe, focus on your inhale, your exhale. You can bring that right thigh a little closer into your chest. Extend the left leg, the long leg, long on the floor. Allow it to relax. Check in with the face. See if you can relax the facial muscles a little more. I'll hold it for 3 more breaths. And then to release, just release your hands around the right knee. You can raise the other leg up to the ceiling and just shake both legs out. And slowly transition to the other side. So your left knee is going to be bent into the chest. Your right leg will be extended long on the floor. And bring that left thigh towards the left chest and find a stretch point there. And hold and breathe. So you're definitely contracting into the stomach and spleen on the left side of the body. You might also feel the pose around the neck area. Remembering the spleen meridian line ends at the back, the root of the tongue. Try to keep your awareness on your breathing, your inhale, your exhale. Keeping the body soft, surrendering to the pose. I have 3 more breaths here. And let's slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Bend up that right knee, extend the right leg up to the ceiling. Release the left hand out to the side. Take both legs up to the ceiling, give them a bit of a shake. And to come out of the pose, we're going to come onto all fours, so you can cross your legs. Bring the torso up, move the props out to the side. Come up to all fours. As we're going to come into frog pose. Come into tabletop first. You can just wobble the body a little bit. So frog pose, we walk our knees to the outer edges of the mat. Flip the toes so they're facing outwards. Come down onto our forearms. And we're going to lower the body down to the floor. If you want a prop, you can grab a prop under the chest and lower down. Or some of you may not need a prop, and you're just going to take your arms parallel to the top of the mat and lower the forehead to the arms. So you're going to feel the pose on the inside of the legs. You want your feet facing outwards, sort of the knees in line with the hips. And surrendering the chest to the floor. We're going to hold the pose for another 10 breaths. And slowly prepare to come out of the pose. So lift the head, release the arms out to the front. And you're going to bring the body forward to come lying on the front body like Sphinx pose. And push the legs back behind you. And we are going to come into Sphinx pose. So extend the arms out in front, palms to the floor. Gaze can be downwards or upwards. Sorry about my dog. And if you want to take the pose a little further, you can bend up the legs or bend up one leg. So we're stretching, extending the meridian lines of the front body. Soften, soften through the shoulders. Allow the front of the body just to surrender to the floor, to let go. And then from here, if you wish, you can transition into seal pose. So lower the feet to the floor if they're raised. Take the arms to the corners of the mat and then extend the arms long. So you're raising the body off the floor. Check in that you haven't tightened through the buttocks or your shoulders. And again, you can grab a prop and place it under your rib cage there. Gaze can be forward. As you soften into the pose. And if you're feeling particularly flexible, again, you're welcome to bend up the knees. You're likely to feel it at the front of the thighs. And every breath, just soften a little more. We'll have 3 more breaths here. And slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Release the legs long on the mat. Remove any props. Lower the body to the floor. Bring the arms to the front of the mat, parallel to the front of the mat. Lower the right cheek to the floor. So you're looking towards your left. Bend up that left knee out to the side and let go. Surrender. We have 3 more breaths here. And slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Bring the head back to center. So you're looking center. Extend that left leg long behind. Bring the palms under the shoulders. We're going to push up to all fours. And we're going to go into a wide knee child's pose. So once again, walk the knees to the outer edges of the mat. You can bring your big toes to touch. On the exhale breath, take the buttocks down towards the heels. Lower the head towards the floor. I'm going to stay there for another 2 breaths. And then we're going to do a twist. So lift the torso slightly as you release your left hand, thread your left hand under the right underarm. Lower the right shoulder to the floor, and you can float the left arm up to the ceiling and just rest that left hand on the back body or wrap it around the front thigh. We're going to hold the twist for about 10 breaths. And slowly prepare to come out of the twist. So we're going to take the raised arm, the left arm up to the ceiling. Slowly bring it back to the floor. And release the right arm. Push through the left arm so you float the torso up. Extend the right arm out to the right and send your gaze with that right hand. And then take the right hand back to the floor. And we'll go to the other side. So come down onto your forearms. And we're going to release the left hand, thread the left hand under the right underarm, lower the left shoulder to the floor, the left cheek to the floor. Then you're going to float the right arm up to the ceiling, bend the elbow, and rest that raised arm on the back body. And there we're going to have 10 breaths. And slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Release the right arm up to the ceiling. Lower the right arm to the floor. Release the left arm out and send your gaze with the left arm as you twist it up to the left again. Really important that you get that stretch and twist on the left side body through the stomach and the spleen organs. Then lower that left hand to the floor. Bring the knees in under the hips and once again lower the body to the floor. Take the forearms to the top of the mat and we'll go to the other side here. So you're going to take the left cheek to the floor, so you look out to the right and bend up that right knee out to the side and surrender to the pose. Three more breaths. Slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Bring the head back to center. Extend that right leg long. I'm going to come up to a seated position. You can have your palms under your shoulders. Come up to all fours. And then just take the buttocks back to the floor. And bring the legs around to the front. And give yourself a little shake or a wobble there. And we're going to finish with deer pose. So we need our props, our cushions or our pillows. So we're going to take them to the left hip, tuck them in tightly there into the left hip. So you might want, so grab your fullest pillows. You might want 2 or even 3 and have them tucked into the left hip there. Some of them you might even want to raise the pillows up. You can put a block or your rolled up towels down in between there towards the end, so it gives it a higher point there. So now we'll take our legs. So we're going to take our right leg and step it behind us so the right shin is parallel to the long side of the mat. Then we're going to take our left shin and bend it in front of us so the left shin is parallel to the front of our mat, the short side of our mat. And we're looking forward. We're going to take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale breath, twist your torso to your left. You can walk the hands around with you. And you're going to keep twisting your torso until you can get your navel almost over the props or over your pillows. So see if you can twist a little more as you inhale, get length on the spine. On the exhale, twist a little more. And then now that we're nicely twisted, we're going to lower our torso on the prop, on the bolsters or on the pillows. You can walk your hands forward and lower the torso down. The head can be looking forward. Or if you've worked through the spine, you might have the gaze downward or even behind you. So some interesting facts in Chinese medicine. They label the organs either yin organs or yang organs. The yang organs tend to have like a cavity, like our stomach or our intestines. So the stomach is a yang organ and the spleen is a yin organ. Our yin organs, according to Chinese medicine, tend to hold things like blood and other important fluids. They also claim it holds the qi, the life energy. Our stomach and spleen organs are connected with earth energy. So when they're strong and functioning well, we can feel grounded and safe and secure. As opposed to when they're not functioning strong. We're not so grounded, not so secure in ourselves. Last few breaths, if you're not looking behind you, you may wish to turn your head and look behind. Just check that the front shin is pushing into the floor, so there's a good connection with the front shin and the floor. And let's slowly prepare to come out of the pose. So slowly bring the head looking directly at your prop or your pillow. Slowly walk the torso upright again. Bring the torso back to center. Extend your legs out directly in front. And give the legs a shake, shake out the body, shake out the shoulders. And then prepare for the other side. So bring your props over to your right hip. If you feel that you need more support there, you're always welcome to grab another pillow or raise it with a towel. And this time the left leg gets bent long behind, parallel to the long side of the mat, and the right leg is bent parallel to the front of the mat. And let's prepare to come into a twist first. Take an inhale, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale breath, twist to your right, walking your hands around with you. Let's go a little further. Take another inhale breath, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale breath, twist a little more. Working to bring the navel over the props. So the twist, you're getting benefits through the abdomen in the twist, just by twisting. But then we're going to add to it. So make sure the front shin is connecting firmly with the floor. Take an inhale breath, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale breath, lower the torso down over your props. And surrender and let go. Remembering to keep your awareness on your breathing, your inhale breath, your exhale breath. Scanning the body, releasing any tension. scanning the face, softening through the facial muscles. Last few breaths there. If you haven't got your head turned backwards, you might wish to. And slowly, slowly prepare to come out of the pose. Bring the head back to center. Moving slowly, release the hands to the floor. Slowly raise the torso up. Walking the hands back into the body. Bring the torso back to center. Release the legs, extend them out in front, give them a bit of a shake. And from here, we're going to go into Shavasana. So you can lower your back body to the floor. If you wish, before you go into Shavasana, you can bend up the knees, you can rock from side to side. As you go into Shavasana, you're welcome to put the props under your knees. It's always very nourishing and restorative. Have support under the knees. You can grab a blanket or a jumper, keep warm. It's important that you do Shavasana. It's a time the body has to integrate all the changes made by the poses. We'll try to get at least 2 minutes of Shavasana. Once you're in Shavasana, move the shoulders away from the ears. Allow the feet to open out, the palms facing upwards. And let go, surrender. A little more. And allow your last few breaths to be deeper and longer. Allow the body to release any more tension, let go. And slowly start to bring your awareness into your fingers and toes. Slowly start to wriggle them. Slowly start to rotate the ankles and the wrist, making sure you go both directions. Start to feel the breath as you breathe into the chest. And feel the exhale breath along with the inhale breath. And then on your next inhale, float the arms long over the head. Send the hands behind you. We can stretch out the body. Stretch out long. Stretch the right side of the body, the left side of the body. And then release the arms back beside the body. Draw the knees in. Wrap the arms around the knees. You can rock from side to side or make little circles with the knees going one way then the other. And then when you're ready, roll over to your right side. Be heavy there. Let go. And then when you're ready, with that upper arm, push yourself up to a seated position. Sit comfy on a cushion, pillow. And let's just have a few breaths where we keep our awareness inward, our body relaxed, surrendered. Through Yin Yoga, we try to disrupt our regular thought pattern. And Eckhart Tolle also always talks about when you disrupt the thinking, you start to create new pathways. You disrupt the story you tell yourself. And then you can float your arms so the palms are facing out towards your camera. The upper arms against your rib cage. So you can feel the expansion and contraction of the lungs and ribs. And we have our palms extending forward, giving love and appreciation and thanks to all those who have shared the practice with us tonight. And then bring your hands into prayer at the heart. And we'll finish with an Om. So take a nice big inhale breath. And commence. Namaste and thank you. Just unmute you all. So we can say goodbye.
Oh, thanks, Magella. Thanks very much.
My pleasure. I hope you enjoyed it. You should be able to go and eat.
Yes,
Your
that was
stomach's
great.
working well. They'll be strong.
Thanks, Magella.
Bye, B.
See you, B.
See you. Bye, Sue.
Bye, B. See you tomorrow.
See you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Magella. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thanks,
Sarah.
Bye.
Oh. Apologies for the dog.
Apologies, I was late.
That was great.
I was thinking you were like yoga with Adrian with your dog, Magella.
Oh, really?
She always has her dog with her too.
Does she?
Take care.
I had the fire going for him, but he didn't stay there.
No, company's much better than a fire. Good night,
See you,
all.
Roz.
Bye.
Night.